Hello everyone and welcome to The Breakdown. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to sell a car on Craigslist. I've sold cars on Craigslist before and these tips really are what makes it happen. Specifically, number freaking 4 on this list makes it happen. But number 1, if you're wanting to sell a car on Craigslist, is the images. Make sure you take good, crisp, clear images with good lighting and a non-distracting background. For example, don't have a ton of people walking through your photos. Don't have any people walking through your photos. Make sure, if it's possible, take all your photos on a blank wall. Do stuff like that. That way you can actually get people to look at the car. People want to see the car before they come see it in person. So if you have good photos, you'll get so many more people contacting you. So make sure you list your car effectively by putting good photos on it. Also, the description of the car matters. Make sure you list all of the stuff. Mileage, any features it has. Hell, I sold a Corolla and it didn't have really any features, but I made it sound like it did. For example, power windows. Every car has that. AC, every car has that. But I listed it that way people see it has some stuff on it. Otherwise, they don't really know. So it's good to have that stuff. And then also mention the best way to contact you. Phone. It should be phone. Truthfully, if you can talk to somebody, you can usually get them to come look at the car. But worst comes to worst, have them say you want to be contacted via text. Have them text you. I would not suggest email. Email just causes so many problems via Craigslist. So text message or a phone call. Those are the two best ways to have people contact you. Mention that in the description. And then also any other general information about the car. For example, if it's a one-owner car, if it's got low mileage, if it's got anything and everything, make sure you do that. And that leads me on to point number 3. Make sure your mileage is accurate and you list the VIN number. Every single car made since like the 80s has a VIN number. And what that does is identify the car. It's what places like Carfax use and all of that stuff. So make sure you list that. That way if someone wants to go get the Carfax on your car, they can. If they want to do research using the VIN, they can. That is so important. So an accurate mileage and the VIN number, and one of the ways you can ensure the mileage is accurate, by the way, is by actually taking a picture of the odometer. For example, that Toyota Corolla was a 2007, but it only had 85,000 miles on it. That's like nothing for that old of a car, and it's a Toyota. So I made sure to take a picture of the actual mileage and put that on Craigslist. That way people knew that I wasn't, trying to pull one over. It actually had that mileage, in addition to a ton of other photos of the car. Now, number 4, the one that I said was really important to selling your car, might make you go like, well, duh, but I've seen so many people not do this. Always respond. Respond to every single message, even email, phone call people back. Make sure you're on it. Someone might call you but not leave a voicemail. Call that number back. Just see. The worst thing it is hello, this is telemarketing, yada yada yada, and then you hang up. But truthfully, it is probably going to be someone calling about your car, especially if you're not used to receiving phone calls. So call people back, answer text messages quickly, emails, answer those quickly. Make sure you're on top of it, because I've had people try to buy a car and then actually lost the deal because I wasn't quick enough, because I said, I'll answer that later, and then I answer it like 3 hours later. They've already talked to somebody, bought a car, they were ready to go, and I've lost the deal because of it. Don't be that guy. It really sucks when it happens. And tip number 5 is interesting, and you might not think about it, but sometimes you won't sell a car the first week you list it on Craigslist. But instead of just being like, it'll keep getting me people coming to me and all that stuff, and it might, but repost it. A lot of people watch cars as they come onto Craigslist. This will be a dealer, this might be a wholesaler, someone like that, and they might contact you to buy your car, and if you don't repost it every single week, it's not going to happen. So make sure you're keeping your listing up to date, repost it every week, change some things if you didn't get the results you wanted last week, but keep reposting it every single week until you get it sold. It is important to delete your old posts though, because if you don't, Craigslist still, they won't let you post at all. So make sure you delete your old posts. But anyway, those are the tips you need to sell a car on Craigslist. If you provide good images, a good description, and accurate mileage and VIN, and then you're responding to every inquiry you get, you'll sell your car in absolutely no time. Assuming it's a good car. If you try to sell a bad car on Craigslist, it's going to take a lot longer. Or if you try to sell an exotic or super luxury car on Craigslist, it's going to take a lot longer than, for example, that Corolla I keep mentioning. I mentioned that one because I think that's what most people who watch this video are going to be looking for. Anyway, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This has been The Breakdown. I am out, guys. Peace.